Right now, the United States government is shut down. Hundreds of thousands of federal employees are furloughed, and key agencies like the Internal Revenue Service and the Bureau of Labor Statistics are closed or barely operating. Social Security checks are still being issued, but many services that seniors rely on are delayed or uncertain. At the same time, the world is in turmoil. Wars in Eastern Europe and the Middle East are driving up energy prices, raising the cost of food and keeping inflation high. Interest rates remain painful, and many retirees are watching their savings shrink while everyday essentials get more expensive. For older Americans living on a fixed income, this shutdown isn't just a political issue. It's deeply personal. It touches your wallet, your health, and your peace of mind. But you've faced hard times before, and you've made it through every one of them. In this video, we'll talk about 10 clear practical steps you can take right now to stay steady, safe, and financially secure until the government reopens. Step 1. Check your income and benefits. Right now, the very first thing every retiree should do is to understand exactly what money is still coming in and what might be delayed. When the government shuts down, not every payment stops, but some may be slower than usual. Social Security benefits are still being paid, but offices are short-staffed, which means that new claims, adjustments, or corrections can take weeks longer than normal. Pension payments from private or state programs should continue as usual, but if yours is tied to a federal agency or contract, there could be a delay. So start by checking your bank account or online banking app. Look for your most recent Social Security deposit. Write down the exact date it arrived and the amount. If it's later than usual, give it a few days before calling, because some banks are also behind in processing. If your payment doesn't show up at all, call the Social Security Administration directly at 1-800-772-013 or visit imse.gov My account to log in and check your status. It's better to confirm now than to wait and worry. If you also receive a small supplemental income through programs like the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program or local housing aid, be aware that some of those could be paused or reduced temporarily. The goal here is simple. Know exactly how much money is available to you today and how long it will last. Many retirees don't track this until it becomes urgent. But clarity is power. Once you know your real income picture, you can make smarter choices about your bills, your medications, and your spending over the next few weeks. Remember, you've worked your whole life to earn these benefits. Checking on them regularly isn't panic, it's preparation. Step 2. Keep accessible cash on hand. In uncertain times, cash gives peace of mind. When the government is shut down and online systems are slow or unavailable, it's smart to make sure you can access real money quickly. This doesn't mean withdrawing everything. It just means keeping enough within reach to cover your essential living costs for at least 2 to 3 weeks. Start by making a list of your monthly basics: rent or mortgage, groceries, electricity, water, gas, phone, and medications. Add them up. Then, if possible, withdraw that amount in cash for 2 weeks of expenses. For most retirees, this means around $500 to $1,000, depending on your lifestyle and location. Keep it stored safely, not hidden under a mattress, but somewhere secure, like a small home safe or lockbox. If you bank with a local credit union or small community bank, you might also ask them about short-term cash access or emergency withdrawal options. Many small banks offer courtesy overdrafts or no-fee advances for seniors during federal shutdowns. It's worth a friendly call. Why does this matter? Because electronic systems can slow down, direct deposits can be delayed, and unexpected expenses always come up. A medical copay, a car repair, or even a family need. Having real dollars on hand gives you flexibility and confidence. And one more thing. Try to keep some smaller bills like 10s and 20s. not just large denominations. In an emergency, cashiers and small stores may not be able to make change easily. Having accessible cash is not about fear. It's about freedom. It's about making sure you can take care of yourself and your household without depending on systems that might not be working right now. Step 3. Stock up on essentials. The government shutdown has already started to affect supply chains and prices. With wars overseas and inflation still high, everyday necessities can suddenly become more expensive, or simply harder to find. That's why this is the perfect time to quietly and calmly make sure your home is stocked with what you truly need. Start with food. You don't have to panic buy, but you should have at least 2 to 3 weeks of groceries that don't spoil quickly. Things like canned soups, beans, rice, pasta, frozen vegetables, peanut butter, oatmeal, and bottled water. Add a few comfort foods too, because during stressful times, a bit of familiarity helps more than you think. Next, focus on your medications. Call your pharmacy and ask if they allow an early refill due to the shutdown. Many pharmacies, including Walgreens, CVS, and local independents, can approve a refill if you explain the situation. Make sure you have at least 30 days' worth of all prescriptions and any over-the-counter supplements you rely on. If you use medical devices, such as a hearing aid, a glucose monitor, or a blood pressure cuff, check your batteries and supplies. Order replacements now while shipping is still stable. Don't forget basic home supplies: toilet paper, detergent, toothpaste, soap, pet food, and cleaning products. A small restock now can save a lot of stress later. Think of this step not as prepping, but as preventing. You are simply giving yourself breathing room in case prices rise or stores restock slowly. Having what you need at home means you can focus on your health, your rest, and your peace of mind, instead of running from store to store while the news keeps shouting about uncertainty. You're not overreacting. You're staying ready, steady, and wise, just like you've always been. Step 4. Protect your health and medications. When the government shuts down, your health can't afford to wait. Pharmacies, doctors, and insurance offices might be short-staffed, but you still have control over your medical needs. This is the time to double-check every part of your health routine and make sure you have enough medication, supplies, and peace of mind to stay steady. Start by calling your pharmacy. Explain that the federal shutdown could cause delays in services or deliveries, and ask if you can refill your prescriptions early. Most pharmacies like Walgreens, CVS, or Walmart will approve an early refill if you have enough remaining refills on file. They understand that for many seniors, missing even a few doses can cause serious problems. If your doctor needs to renew a prescription, contact their office as soon as possible. Many clinics now have online portals where you can request refills directly. Do not wait until the bottle is empty. Take action while everything is still running. Next, check your medical insurance. Medicare is still operating, but call their number 1-800-633-4227 if you have any coverage questions. Keep your Medicare card, supplemental insurance cards, and pharmacy discount cards together in one safe envelope. If you use Medicaid or other local programs, contact your state office early in the day to avoid long wait times. Also review your medical supplies. If you use a glucose monitor, hearing aid, inhaler, or mobility device, make sure you have extra batteries and backup parts. Small details like this can prevent a crisis later. And don't forget about your mental and emotional health. Stress, uncertainty, and constant bad news can raise your blood pressure or disrupt your sleep. Make it part of your health routine to take short walks, stretch, breathe deeply, or listen to calm music. Staying healthy during the shutdown isn't only about medication. It's about keeping your body, your mind, and your spirit in balance. You have cared for yourself through many challenges before. You know what your body needs. Trust that wisdom. Prepare calmly and take good care of yourself while the world around you slows down. Step 5. Cut back on non-essential spending. Every dollar matters more when things feel uncertain. The government shutdown is adding pressure to an economy already stressed by inflation, global conflict, and high interest rates. For retirees living on fixed incomes, this means one thing. Now is the time to simplify and spend with purpose. Start by reviewing your monthly expenses. Look at your last 2 or 3 bank statements and circle anything that isn't absolutely necessary for daily life. That might include streaming services, cable upgrades, magazine subscriptions, or phone apps with monthly fees. Many seniors forget about automatic charges that continue quietly each month. Cancel or pause what you don't need right now. Next, contact your utility companies, electricity, gas, water, phone, and internet. Ask whether they offer senior discounts or hardship payment plans. Many companies do, but you have to ask. Explain that the shutdown has delayed your benefits or raised your costs, and they might extend your due date or waive late fees temporarily. Then make a new simple rule for yourself. If it doesn't keep me healthy, warm, or fed, it can wait. This one phrase can help guide your spending decisions without feeling restrictive. You don't need to cut joy out of your life. Just make sure every expense serves a clear purpose. When grocery shopping, plan meals for the week and buy ingredients that stretch further, like beans, rice, frozen vegetables, and soups. Store brands are just as nutritious as name brands, and small savings add up quickly. If possible, shop during senior discount hours or at warehouse stores that offer lower prices in bulk. Finally, write down your spending each week in a small notebook. Seeing it on paper helps you stay aware of where your money goes. It's not about being strict. It's about staying in control. These small steps protect your financial independence, the freedom you've earned through decades of hard work. Step 6. Keep your important documents organized and ready. When government offices close or reduce staff, paperwork becomes your strongest protection. Having all your important documents in order means you can handle problems quickly. Whether it's a missing payment, a question about your benefits, or an emergency trip to the doctor. Begin by gathering your key papers. That includes your Social Security award letter, Medicare card, supplemental insurance information, pension statements, tax returns from this year, and recent bank or credit union statements. Keep copies of your photo identification, like your driver's license or state ID, along with any medical records that are important. Place everything in a clearly labeled folder called Important Documents. Store it somewhere safe, but easy for you or a trusted family member to reach. Next, create digital backups. If you have a smartphone or computer, take clear photos or scan each document and save them as individual files. Email them to yourself or store them on a secure flash drive or cloud service such as Google Drive. Digital copies can be a lifesaver if you need to share information while offices are closed. Then write down important phone numbers on paper, not just in your phone. Include the Social Security Administration, Medicare, your pharmacy, your primary doctor, your bank, and a family contact. Keep that list with your document folder. If possible, prepare a one-page summary of your finances. List your monthly income, your major expenses, and the dates when your bills are due. This simple overview helps you stay on track and allows someone you trust to help if you ever become sick or overwhelmed. Being organized gives you confidence. In times of uncertainty, it removes confusion and helps you act faster. You can't control Washington, but you can make sure your own house is in order. This small effort today could save you days of frustration later. And it's one of the wisest steps any retiree can take right now. Step 7. Reach out to local and community support. Even when the government slows down, your community keeps going. Across the country, thousands of organizations are quietly helping older adults get through this shutdown with dignity and care. But many retirees don't know these resources exist, or they hesitate to ask. Please don't wait until things get difficult. Help is meant to be used. Start with the Elder Care Locator, a free national service funded by the Administration on Aging. Call 1-800-677-1116 and say your zip code. They will connect you directly to your local area agency on aging, which can guide you to programs in your town or county. These agencies often organize services like home-delivered meals, grocery assistance, transportation to medical appointments, and help with utility or rent payments. If you need food support, ask about Meals on Wheels or local food pantries. Many churches, community centers, and even fire departments are distributing food boxes or grocery cards during the shutdown. They serve everyone with respect and confidentiality. For medical or prescription help, ask your pharmacist about patient assistance programs. Many drug companies offer free or reduced cost medicine for seniors who qualify. You can also contact nonprofit groups such as the Salvation Army or Catholic charities, which often provide emergency funds for older adults facing temporary hardship. Community isn't just a word. It's the safety net that keeps people standing when larger systems pause. Reaching out isn't weakness, it's wisdom. By staying connected to local support, you make sure you're not carrying every burden alone. Step 8. Talk to your bank or credit union. Money worries grow faster when information is missing. During a shutdown, it's smart to speak directly with your bank or credit union before problems appear. Financial institutions prefer to work with you early rather than later. The goal is not to borrow more, but to create flexibility while federal payments are delayed. Call your bank and explain that the government shutdown has temporarily affected your cash flow. Ask whether they have payment relief programs, fee waivers, or short-term assistance for retirees. Many community banks and credit unions offer small zero-interest or low-interest loans to cover basic living costs for seniors while waiting for benefits to resume. Some can even extend your payment due date on credit cards, mortgages, or car loans without penalty. If you use automatic bill payments, check your balances before each withdrawal. It's better to pause a few automatic drafts than risk overdraft fees. Ask your bank to temporarily remove or refund any overdraft or late charges if they occur. Most will do so when you explain your situation. If you keep your savings in multiple accounts, consider moving a small portion to your checking account for easier access. Liquidity, meaning money that's ready to use, is important right now. And here's something many people overlook. Check your bank's alerts. Turn on text or email notifications for deposits and withdrawals. That way, you'll know the moment your Social Security or pension funds arrive. Remember, banks and credit unions aren't just buildings. They're services designed to help customers weather financial ups and downs. Talking to them early is a sign of strength and responsibility, not weakness. Step 9. Protect your peace of mind and stay emotionally strong. Perhaps the hardest part of any crisis isn't financial. It's emotional. The news keeps repeating bad headlines. Prices go up, benefits slow down, and every conversation seems to carry worry. For retirees, that constant stress can wear down the body and spirit. Protecting your emotional well-being is as important as managing your money. First, limit your exposure to nonstop news. Watching too much television coverage about politics and conflict can raise your blood pressure and anxiety. Set a timer. 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes in the evening is plenty to stay informed. Next, stay connected. Isolation makes fear louder. Call a family member, a friend, or a neighbor every day, even if it's just to chat for 5 minutes. If you live alone, consider joining a local senior center or church group. Most have free coffee hours, game days, or phone check-ins. Keep a daily routine. Wake up at the same time. Eat regular meals and spend time outdoors if you can. Small habits create stability when the world feels unstable. If you feel hopeless or overwhelmed, please reach out for help. The 988 Suicide and Crisis Lifeline is available 24 hours a day for emotional support, not just for emergencies, but for anyone struggling with anxiety, loneliness, or fear. You can simply dial 988 from any phone. And finally, remind yourself of your strength. You've already lived through decades of challenges, wars, recessions, family struggles, and losses. Each time, you adapted and carried on. This moment will pass too. Your peace of mind is not a luxury. It's your foundation. Protect it like you would your health or your savings. Breathe deeply, stay kind to yourself, and keep faith in the resilience that has always carried you forward. Step 10. Create your 30 to 60-day personal plan. The shutdown has already lasted longer than anyone expected, and experts say it could continue for weeks. No one knows exactly when Washington will agree on a budget or when normal services will return. But you don't have to sit in fear while waiting for answers. You can take back control by making a personal plan, a clear, written roadmap that covers the next 30 to 60 days of your life. Start by sitting down with a notebook or a simple piece of paper. Write 3 headings: if the shutdown ends soon, if it lasts another month, and if it continues longer than 2 months. Under each heading, list what you'll need to adjust: your spending, your bills, your groceries, and your medical routines. For example, if the shutdown ends within the next 2 weeks, you might only need to tighten your spending temporarily. But if it drags on for a month, maybe you'll postpone certain purchases, use local food programs, or draw from a small part of your savings. And if it stretches beyond 2 months, you may decide to contact your children or a trusted friend to discuss short-term help or shared expenses. Having this written out makes tough decisions easier later because you've already thought them through calmly. Next, identify your must-keeps, the things you absolutely cannot lose: your housing, your medication, and your utilities. These are your highest priorities. Make sure each one has a backup plan. Know who to call if your rent is due before your payment arrives, or where to get medication if your pharmacy is out of stock. The more you prepare now, the fewer surprises will catch you off guard. Then build what I call a comfort plan. This includes activities or routines that keep your spirits strong: reading in the morning, taking a walk, calling loved ones, praying, or journaling. These habits are not luxuries. They're part of your mental safety net. A calm mind makes better decisions and protects your physical health too. It's also wise to talk openly with your family or trusted neighbors about your plan. Let them know how you're managing your bills, where your documents are stored, and who to contact in case of emergencies. Sharing this information doesn't make you dependent. It makes you prepared. Lastly, accept that uncertainty is temporary. Every shutdown in American history has ended, some after days, some after weeks, but they all ended. The difference between those who feel crushed and those who remain steady is simple: preparation. You've spent your life building resilience. This plan is just one more example of that strength in action. So, as the days continue, remind yourself, you've weathered bigger storms than this. You've seen wars, recessions, and political chaos come and go. And through it all, you've stood firm. The government may pause, but your wisdom, patience, and perseverance will not. Write your plan, keep it close, follow it with confidence. And when this shutdown finally passes, as it surely will, you'll come out of it not only safe, but stronger, calmer, and even more certain of your ability to handle whatever comes next. Because stability doesn't come from Washington. It comes from you.